Okay, Mr. Librarian. Show me what you got. You're a cartographer. Damn you. Right. You're in the wrong spot. I can't drop sand on you. Hello gamers, this is Craig DB and we're on episode 5 of the dbGaming server. And I'm still trying to get a mending trader, a librarian who will give us books of mending. And so far it's not happening. Of course, this guy, as we saw before, is a cartographer. I don't know if he's going to be any good to me or not, whether I need to get rid of him or whether I should hang on to him. Whether I need to make maybe some more books. Sorry, not books. Make some more doors. To get some more breeding happening. The House of Doors might be reaching its capacity. That's a project I kind of want to work on with Dylan. We had some ideas of making a bit of a mansion feature house in the place that's going to have... This is going to be filled with doors. More so than the House of Doors we have. It's going to be like the new House of Doors. Oh, looks like the village patrol was dealing with someone there. What do we got here? Fletcher, Toolsmith. Toolsmith I want to hang on to. He's got it's an iron shovel, but silk touch. So definitely don't want to get rid of him in a hurry. Cause it's only 5 emeralds. 5 emeralds for a silk touch shovel. That's a pretty good deal. And the other guys I want to hang on to just purely for being able to trade. Farmers are really good for trading to get emeralds. And the cleric shouldn't be too bad for that either. It gives me an excuse to get rid of all the rotten flesh. At the moment we haven't done any trading with him. He's only got the 2 options. 9 gold's not too bad for an emerald considering how much you get. But for now, I need to eat. We're going back to my place. Going back to Atlantis. Bye-bye village. I've got a couple of things on the agenda today. So, before we continue on with today's activities, I'll show a bit of the progress that's happened in between shots. Obvious thing, we've got the fish tank going. I've done quite a bit of work here. I have worked out that when you bone meal in the actual coral reef in its biome, it does produce this coral, the actual decorative corals, which is handy because it means you can just sit there and just generate infinite amounts. Don't have to worry about that too much. Obviously you can't do that with the actual coral blocks, but I don't think in the long term I'm not taking too much of that when you look at how much is in an actual reef versus just one block just to place the pickles on, plus for a bit of colour. And then I'm just bone mealing around that just to create some grass. I think it's coming along pretty well. You can see around here where it's kind of extending. I'm trying to get it to go underneath, kind of making this into like a bridge. I'm being a little careful on the sections that I open out because I don't want the fish to end up running into an area like this and dying. So I want to make sure all of that's fish proofed as I go. Making a bit of a feature type thing with the trees. I'm going to be growing trees that are going to be in these wooden sort of housings that'll go down through the glass into the ground there just to hold them up. And then these are just like pathways in between. Done a bit of pot decorating. I haven't really seen that many people using the plant pots too much. I think they're kind of a nice feature to use. I don't know why I don't see more of it. Chickens. I put in a little bit of chicken, like a chicken collector here. Got 4 chickens in there. Hoppers underneath. All leading into here. Collecting eggs quite efficiently. So that in conjunction with the pumpkin farm and the sugarcane farm means a fairly decent supply of pumpkin pie. I'm going to go put some stuff away and be right back. Alright, that's got my inventory a little more under control. You'll see Farmer Joe here, bit here briny. He's just there watching over my vegetables. I'm just going to do 8 for now, just because there was 8 eggs in the group. Nice and easy. Sugar, pies, boom, there's another 8 pies. And that's working pretty efficiently. So as a part of that, there we go, there's another egg. Awesome. Part of that, I want to step up the pumpkin production, because they're also going to be very handy in the village for trading with the farmer. So as a part of that, that's where I come to this area here, because we're going to do the second layer of this pumpkin farm and show the basics of it. So you can see here, very obviously, there's just a couple of spots here with redstone. Doesn't take much of an imagination to work out that underneath these are some redstone torches, just turning them on. Let's see if we can get under there. Where did I actually... Obviously didn't lay it from there because that's stone. You can see there, redstone torch, just powering those guys. Now the idea of that, and then we got some dirt. I might have to go get some more dirt just to finish this section off. Because you can see here, if you look at the template from here, first thing I want to do is this water runs to the last block there before... So not quite to the polished diorite. I will go get some more. I'll get a polished andesite and put it in there. Then we have dirt. We actually have 2 lots there. Now I've been having a lot of issues with spawning, so I'm just going to put some torches back down just to keep that under control for now. And so what I need is some polished diorite, some stone bricks. I don't really think I've been using much else. Just stone bricks, diorite, and some dirt. And of course I need some pistons. I did leave some in there, but they're gone because I used them elsewhere. So I need a total of 8 sticky pistons and 8 regular pistons. So let's go get them. Alright. I have now got the required ingredients. Hopefully that's everything. So the first layer is just a regular piston. And that, as you can see right there, pushes the pumpkin when it grows. So these guys basically will go down here. On the little conveniently placed cobblestone that I've left there as a marker. Now you can see here what I'm actually doing, as you can see here, is I'm actually using this one block just as a bit of compact arrangement, is actually going to function on all 4 of these units. Just makes for a nice compact arrangement, and that was too far over. Too close. One actually goes here, and that one goes here. They're 1 space apart and then 2 spaces in the middle. I'm just going to do a little bit of decorating here just to finish it off. So we're going to do a similar deal over here to what we did before. I got some sticks so I can make some... Did I get enough? I probably made too many redstone torches and not enough redstone. So the idea here, we dig down these 2 here. We'll put a redstone torch underneath each of those. Put a block of the polished diorite on top. And then I will need to go back and get some more redstone. Did not bring enough. They're powered on. Get another torch there. We'll put another polished diorite on top of that. It doesn't really matter which particular block you use, they all have the same effect. So now what I need to do is have the other piston, the sticky piston, facing the other way on top. So in order to do that, I'm just going to temporarily put some blocks in the middle going up. And then I'll grab my sticky piston. Put him down properly. One on there, one on there. And now I can take that down. And essentially do that across all of them. Although what I can do, that's going to make it a lot easier, is I'll just bring that across. One more. There we go. So, sticky pistons across here. I can now remove all of that from the middle. I'll fill in the rest of the dirt. And what else do we need to do here? I just want to check the cosmetic layout. What did I do over here? Okay, I put one polished diorite there and one stone brick. Okay. Not diorite, andesite. I don't know if I've been saying diorite. I meant andesite. That's diorite. That's andesite. I think I've been doing the diorite either side of these. The andesite. Stupid! Get it right. Are we there yet? We'll finish all of this bit later. Now I've already put the hoppers in place, so there's a hopper there catching, and there's another two under there that pass through to the chest. So they'll act as extra storage as well when the chest gets overly full. Oh, I've even got a spare hopper. Next thing to do is get some water. Put the water in. Which will now allow us to... Now, just to show the basic functionality here, because of the redstone here, what happens is when this there's a block here gets triggered by that redstone to push this piston, and when that piston pushes out, I'm just trying to remember, no, sorry, my mistake. When there's a block here, that triggers this piston, and that piston pushes out. It then connects with this redstone, and that causes that to trigger this piston to then push out. So what actually happens, so if I get a block on either side, even dirt blocks should work. Normally you use pumpkin so it breaks, goes in, but if you just use two blocks, what ends up happening, because that's not a sticky piston, it just pushed it out. If that was a sticky piston, these would just constantly go in repeated mode. They'd just go over and over and over again, but you saw there, the moment a pumpkin grows, boom, that breaks it and it goes in the water. Pretty straightforward. So what we'll do is we'll take that one away, and we're putting the polished diorite, polished andesite. One day I will just get it right without even thinking about it. Just put these across the top. They're now in place. I have a hoe. Amazingly enough. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot that I was going to put a polished andesite in there. Then that goes just enough to go one before the hopper. But what that effectively does is allows the water to be also flowing pretty much to the very end here. So you got flowing water right to all of that, and I've just put it in the wrong spot. Doesn't matter that I plowed it, it will just get unplowed when the pumpkin grows. So I plow all of these. There's enough water there to trigger them so that they work. I'll grab a couple of pumpkins from here and convert them to seeds. I've probably got seeds elsewhere, but this will do. Easy access. We now just plant some seeds. And all I have to do from there is wait for those seeds to grow, and bingo, they will start working like these guys here. And my pumpkin supply will essentially double, which is a good thing. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish off with that, my thoughts behind this. And because you don't really see it from on the top most of the time, it doesn't look as gaudy as it does when you look at it looking down on it. I might do something to decorate that. But essentially that just looks a bit strange with the floating pistons and stuff, so that just creates a little bit more logic to it, that, you know, we've got some something holding everything up there. Last thing I'm going to make sure is that at every pumpkin plant, we're going to have some torches going, just to maximize the growth time. And also just to make sure everything's kind of lit. I might end up just covering this whole thing up. You can see there, oh, there goes the machine. I don't exactly know the logic why when the stalk hits the third layer, it triggers the top layer of pistons. I don't exactly know why that works. All I know is it does, so I use it. Obviously there's the trigger there that goes up, and that powers that. So it basically turns that on and lights that up, causes those to go. And then it also basically resets that and causes the top one to go as well. But I don't exactly know why it automatically triggers the top one. It would be cool if someone could explain that. I got this from a tutorial. I didn't design it myself, so I don't exactly know how it works. This one here, I got some ideas off someone, and I've actually reinvented it a little bit. More than anything, I've compacted it. The original design took up a lot more space. I was able to reduce the space quite significantly with the design I came up with. So that's basically got that going, but I'm just going to bridge that together. I'm just deciding, I don't think I need those holes there. I think I can actually fill those in, because it kind of looks a bit silly. Oops. Okay, well that's kind of got it looking a little different. But we now have a double pumpkin farm. What I am going to do is mirror this on this side, doing melons. But I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so that part's done. Like I say, all I need to do now is just wait for pumpkins to grow, and away we go with double production. Next on the agenda is something 1.13 related, which is now that I've started, and you'll see here that I've gone, while I've been up in the coral area, if we go for a bit of a swim, you'll see over here, I have started collecting a few fish. I've got a bit of a school of cod going over there. I've got a couple of salmon now, quite a few of the tropical fish. No, I've not been game to get a puffer fish. I'm not sure if I want to get a puffer fish. I don't know if it'll poison through the glass or not. So it's something I just kind of held off on for now. I thought I had more tropical fish than that. I'm wondering if I have accidentally let some get through somewhere and they've perished. Because I definitely had more tropical fish than that. They do have a tendency to hide. I'm worried that some have got through here. Because what happens is they swim up here and then they fall out here and just go flop and die. Oh, there's some more. There's a couple. So we've got a couple of them there. A few more milling around over here. This one kind of looks like a clownfish, but the colours are not quite right. I haven't quite... not sure if I've actually seen an actual clownfish yet. It'll be good to actually catch one of them. Looking forward to that. But it's not actually fish that I'm thinking about right now. You'll see here what I'm going to be doing is making like a beach. I started a little bit of something here. I haven't really worked out exactly how I'm going to do it. All I do know is that the beach itself will be open to the water, so there won't be actually glass over the whole beach section. And then it will actually have an opening on to the edge of the dome, so you can swim straight out into the ocean. So it'll have like a big actual... actually, I don't know if I want to do that or not, because that will mean the fish can actually escape. Didn't think about that. Can't do that, but I do want a beach area so I can get in and swim around in there. But there's also another reason for that, which is we're going turtle hunting. I have some shears on me, which means I can get some long grass. I also have my silk touch pick. Now, oh, these guys here, some more chickens. These are just, every now and then I'll grab some eggs, I'll throw them in here. This is a separate pen for slaughter. Just for, not so much for chicken meat, but so I can get feathers. So I can make written books and stuff. Oh, it's night time. Okay, first step, sleep. See you in the morning. Right. Good morning, everybody. And I happen to know that turtles tend to spawn over on this beach over here. Now here's a little trick that I discovered. Dylan found it a lot before me and was like, oh, didn't you know that? When you're swimming, you come up to the surface here, and you just use the space bar a little bit just to get above the surface, and so you're actually breathing air, but you're still at swimming speed. Now there's what I'm looking for. Oh, there's another drowned. Just so long as we don't get one with a trident. I had another trident kill me earlier today. Now I've changed back from spigot to craft bucket. I'm trying to work out how to optimize the system a bit better, because the issue I've been having is when you transition between the top world and the nether, there is a freeze, and when that happens it actually freezes the server, which means it freezes everybody. So if you're on the world and someone goes into the nether, you might get a freeze spike as a result of it. So pick up some seagrass. This is a bit of an experiment. I've never seen anyone do this. I've never tried it. All I know is I read the wiki and they say that when you use seagrass to breed, the turtles will go and... Oh, this is probably not a spot I want to get them to do it. But yeah, you feed them seagrass like you do with normal breeding, but instead of just, boom, there's a baby, they'll go and dig a hole somewhere and lay eggs. Now, I'll see if they'll follow me like other animals when I have the seagrass open on. Yes, they do. Come on, this way. I want to get them away from that big hole. Oi, you. This guy, he's... No, come on. Come on. Oh, I've got a bunch of them now. The grand experiment begins. Can I get him to come up onto the land? Yeah, he's on the land. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, yeah, he got there. Yep, they're all there. So, boom, boom. Here they go. So, is that one now? He's going off. Definitely looks like he's on a mission. In your own time. No hurry, mate. No hurry. Now, I don't know if has he laid eggs? Is he still looking for a spot to lay eggs? Look at that guy go. Jeez, they can really move in the water. Ah, here we go. Now, does that mean that there's an egg under there? How many eggs is it going to lay? Yay, there's some eggs. Okay, so it just sits them on top. Apparently if you jump on them, they'll break. Oh yeah, so you can just keep doing it and you keep picking them up. So you get 3 eggs out of that. That's awesome. So I've now got 3 turtle eggs. I don't know if I would have had 4, but I jumped on it and broke it. Way, the dolphin's happy. Right, let's go back. Where's that turtle? I want to... Where's it? Uh-oh, that was a trident. There he is. I need to get out of here fast. No, I'm dead. I need to get out of here. I survived. But those tridents are nasty. He's still trying to get me. I wonder if I could bow him. I want to get my health back before I try. From a distance, hopefully I can outmaneuver him. Where is he? Did he despawn? I think he might have. Don't think trident guys stay around for a very long time. Oops, that's right, I need to breathe. I'm gonna try them one at a time. So, egg, down. I don't know how long this will take. It might take a while. I want to watch it hatch. You'll notice a leaky roof because of the diorite spots. I don't know if I want to put something underneath. Hey. I missed some spots. Okay, I need to deal with that. You'll notice my false roof is slowly diminishing. He's not hatching. I guess I just got to leave it for some time. I mean, you know, the babies take a while to grow up and stuff like that, so. The other thing I wanted to quickly show while we're waiting, these little rooms over here. They're decked out now, done with auto doors and stuff. Just a basic piston door. They haven't grown. But this is my mushroom farms. I got one on each side, one for red mushrooms here. On the other side, it's brown mushrooms. Over here. Any of these grown? No. I guess I harvested them not too long ago. I need to get another trapdoor and put it there. Trapdoors are to stop things spawning in here, which I think I've mentioned in a previous video. On the temporary test one that I had set up right here. They're still sitting there. Now, another thing, I kind of abandoned, I mentioned in the last video, I kind of abandoned my normal mob farm. Figured, yeah, I've got the spawners now, this thing's not going to do me much good. But it's actually still working really well. You can see here that I come down, and there he is at work. He's burning away. Here comes another guy. And you'll see here, I've already cleared out a whole bunch of stuff out of here. And you'll actually see, it's all now collecting in the hopper. If I don't clear this out regularly, it will actually run out of space. Now I've got too much stuff on me at the moment to be able to collect all of that. But you can see that's just piling on, and that just works passively. Just while I'm walking around doing stuff in my area, whether I'm strip mining, if I'm up working on the dome, just I'm in the area within range that things are just falling through my mob harvester, and they just, because I've got the magma block there, it's just collecting them all. So it's kind of like an AFK farm without being AFK. Look at them all in here. All these guys all wandering around. Okay, so I moved things around a little bit, and I just got an update. They've cracked. They just cracked then. Now apparently there's 3 stages of cracking before they hatch. So I don't know what the difference is. I've just been digging out some area and waiting, and just then I heard the crack. Here's a weird thing I noticed with zombies. Check this out. He can't get through here. He's trying. The carpet is actually blocking him. Like, I can get through. He can hit me. See, I can go through, but he can't. Weird glitch. I'm going to leave the recording on, listening for the more cracks.
Several days later.
Now, in reading about these guys, good thing I did read, because I've put this here in the hope that it will, I might even put a level higher up once I've got some more cobble, because apparently while they're babies, fish will eat them. I don't want no fish eating my babies. And it's probably down in here is where I'm hearing the slime. Yep. It's sounding a lot louder down here. Oh my gosh, look at them all! Now that looks like it's cracked further. Should have some baby turtles soon.
2,000 years later.
There they are. So what time did they go? At, oh, about 3:15. But there's my little baby turtles. I have 3 little baby turtles in my aquarium. How cute is that? You supposed to feed them or what? Yeah, you can feed them. Gonna go in the water? You gonna go in the water? Come on, in the water. Yeah, he's gonna push him in. No, not quite. You can push him. There we go, in the water. Look at him go, swimming around in the water. So the big question is... Uh-oh. Okay, that's something I'm gonna have to be careful of, I think, if they're in glass. Because when they go under there, they drown. He's gonna drown. He just drowned. Oh, that's not good. One turtle down! Okay, well I'm hoping that these ones survive enough that I can then later breed from them and experiment with how they're going to go under glass. Okay, so you'll see here I've allowed the turtles to grow up. What I actually did, and this is Minecraft breeding, so let's not get into the social ramifications, because these are 3 new turtles that have grown up. Because the ones that survived from the first lot, you can see one of them swimming around over there in the back there. The other one's over on the corner there. I don't know quite how he got up there. I think he must have swum underneath and climbed up. But they're basically the ones that from the first lot, and I managed to get them to lay some more eggs. They did 1 lot of eggs, and I watched as a zombie came up and jumped all over them. So then laid some more eggs. These are the babies from it. And they've grown up. So, speaking of zombies... But anyway, that's the turtles for the aquarium. I shall be working on getting some more. Now, I did do some experimenting with the whole idea of the glass. You can see he's actually... I think he's... don't quite think... looks like he is going under there. Now, admittedly, what I have noticed... is that when I had that one go underneath, the block was in the water, whereas the glass is going to go over the top. There's going to be a gap at the surface between the water and the glass. So hopefully that means that when they do go under there, they'll still be alright, because that will... I mean, obviously it's not going to be enough that you can get up there and breathe, but hopefully it'll stop them from damaging themselves like the one that we saw. But that's going to do it for this episode, I think. Hello. They don't seem to run away when they're on land. It's only in the water. So yes, I will leave it here. Thanks for watching. I think I need to start thinking about this whole setting up the beach in the corner thing, which basically means I need to take these corners out. Now, one thing I've gotten completely tired of is taking out block by block, taking the water out that I did. Admittedly, I've got only a tiniest bit left, but I'm just over it. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to take that out yet. I'm going to start working on that after I go and pay a visit to an ocean monument. Because I want to get some sponges. They're a lot more efficient at removing the water from a sealed area. So that's going to be the agenda, is to go to the ocean monument, set that up, and get some sponge so I can finish off the corners. I've been working on an area here. This is going to have brewing stands, so this is going to be my little potions corner. I've fill in the whole floor there with obsidian. So I'll have my enchanting table, then my potions area, just sort of all set up together there. That'll come along. You can see the progress on that as we go. For now, next episode, I'm hoping, it depends on what happens, because I might catch up with Dylan. You'll notice I haven't had a chance to catch up with Dylan much in the episode yet. He hasn't been online as much. But coming up to Christmas, we're going to be having some time off. I'm going to have time off from work. Dylan's going to have time off from school. Hopefully there'll be some time that we'll all get together in the server. And there's a couple of things we want to work on there. The house of doors. Maybe some other ideas that I think Dylan had in mind. So that's going to be a surprise for me as much as anything else. He's having a real good time there, isn't he? So, next episode will either be working with Dylan, doing some stuff, or going to the Ocean Monument. Maybe both. Who can tell? I can tell, and I'm telling you to stop. Thank you for watching. See you next episode.